chill. I'm the man.
Attention, Wild Nation!
Woo! To be the man, you gotta beat the man, and I'm saying, woo, right here. I'm the man. Woo!
Attention, Wild Nation!
Wrestling on weed.
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 Wrestling on weed. Subscribe today. Otherwise, we're gonna have a problem.
It's time for the Blunt Ratings. If this is your first time tuning in, this is how the Blunt Ratings work. We take each show and break them down into 5 categories: matches, promos and backstage segments, storytelling, commentary, and the crowd. For each category, each show can get up to 5 blunts. The average score of those 5 categories stands as the official Blunt Rating. Those are the rules. Now let's get right into tonight's edition of the Blunt Ratings.
We want the smoke.
Talk to him.
We want the smoke.
Uh-huh.
We want the smoke.
Come on, Charlie. Can y'all even hear me? Now y'all can hear me. There we go. I had my mic down. My bad. Camilla, what's going on, man? Good to see you. I'm glad to have you up in here. I appreciate you stopping through. Always good to see you, sis. Yeah, we got to get through this stream quick. Like I was saying when my mic was down, because we got Clash the Castle watch party at 1 o'clock. So let's do this. We're going to get through it. I ain't even do a blunt ratings card, but I will do my blunt ratings at the end of the show. Let y'all know what I thought about it, because Smackdown was pretty good. It was taped, obviously, last week, so the spoilers were out there. I didn't watch them, so everything that I saw on the show was a surprise to me. And I got a lot of good stuff last night. The show started off with the New Day versus the Viking Raiders. This match was ridiculous. I ain't gonna even lie. Like, all 4 of them killed it. I ain't gonna go through the whole match because, like I said, we got to get through this pretty quick. But, I mean, the New Day showed why they're in the New Day. The Viking Raiders probably look better than they've ever looked, in my opinion, at least since this current run, since they've been on the main roster. You know, they had the ring set up like a pirate ship because the Viking Raiders, it was a Vikings rules match, which is basically a no DQ match. Any special named match is basically just a fucking no DQ match. Yeah, they fought on the ship, off the ship. They had mallets and all kind of toys, and, you know, there was a lot of crazy spots. Xavier Woods is phenomenal. You know what I mean? That ring rope elbow drop that he does is crazy. Kofi looked great during the match. They had kendo sticks. Obviously, McAfee's calling him Kendo Kofi. I like that. You know what I mean? Calling Kendo Kofi. That's his new name. Yeah, the match was really, really good, man. I enjoyed it, and they got a lot of time. So they probably got like 20 minutes or so. Ivar hit a bonsai drop at one time. Like I said, Xavier's hot tag was probably one of my favorite things during the match. He's one of the best wrestlers that doesn't get the credit that he deserves inside the ring because he's so good at his gimmick. I think him and Kofi, I feel like they've all as much as they won and as great as they are and as a staple as they are in pro wrestling right now, I think they're still undervalued or maybe just underrated a little bit as professional in-ring performers, I should say. But the Viking Raiders ended up winning the match with Ragnarok, which is their finisher, and they did it through 2 tables. So it looks sick. You know what I mean? It looks sick. It's basically a world's strongest slam or whatever through the tables. It was pretty devastating, man. Pretty fucking devastating. So they look great. New Day doesn't need to win. They could lose 20 matches in a row and everyone would still love them. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So after that, we had this is where we began the whole Roman Reigns acknowledgement. We were all acknowledging Roman Reigns the whole night. And they had 4 separate video packages because they numbered them. That's how I know how many there were. They had 4 separate video packages, just basically showing how great Roman Reigns is and celebrating his 2-year title reign. I'm not going to cover all of them separately. So that's when the first one of those happened. Then what happened after that? We had Sami Zayn. He was wearing he had his red and black jacket, his suit jacket on. He had his hair done. You know what I mean? Hair looking ridiculous, but he had it done. You know what I mean? The Usos roll up, and he, points out that he's wearing a tribal print, and Jay wasn't feeling it. Jay's never feeling Sammy. That's the story. So I'm super interested in how this is about to play out in a minute. But he talked, he's like, I got everything ready. I got the checklist. I got all this, got all that. Everything's ready. Jimmy's like, all right, bet, man. You know what I mean? Let's get it. But Jay's like, yo, so you could do all that, but you can't motherfucking help me when I'm trying to get this win against your boy. You can't do it. He's like, yo, man, I already explained that, man. I was distracted and I didn't want to get a DQ. I already told you what happened. And Jay's, Jimmy's trying to, play peacemaker, like, yo, chill. Tonight's about Roman. We gonna make it about Roman. We gonna go out here, do our thing, blah, blah, blah. Jay just stormed off at that point, and Jimmy went after him. Then we had Shayna Baszler backstage doing an interview. This was whatever. She was just talking about, I'm gonna destroy Liv Morgan, blah, blah, blah. And then Liv rolled up like she was the gangster. I'm like, bitch, who you talking about? You know what I mean? I ain't scared of your punk ass. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll see you tomorrow. You know what I mean? It was cool. I feel like they should have brawled. Like, there should have been some kind of brawl, but whatever. There wasn't. They just talk shit and cut to the next segment. Then we saw Killer Cross vignette, about, him about to have his debut against Drew Gulak. Now, ladies and gentlemen, like yourself, I too remember him coming up and immediately losing to Jeff Hardy. I remember it. I'll never forget it. So it was ridiculous. So I was just like, debut? And they said it a couple times. I was like, nope, you're not getting that one past me. I don't care what kind of regime change you had. This is not his debut. He got fired. Like, he didn't just get signed for the first time. The fuck? And he got the same name, same gimmick and everything. You can't just say he debuted when there's literal footage of him on a Monday Night Raw like 6 months ago. But anyways, it was whatever. He crushed Drew Gulak. I don't even know. I mean, I don't know why Drew Gulak was his opponent. You know what I mean? But he killed Drew Gulak and tied him up in the ropes. But that was a little later. But after that, we saw another Roman Reigns package. Then Ronda Rousey came out, and this is probably my favorite thing of the night. I mean, no, Sami Zayn was my favorite thing of the night. Ronda was a close second, though. This was probably the best Ronda Rousey segment ever. I think ever. Am I mistaken by saying that? That's felt like the best Ronda Rousey segment ever. That sounded like that was the most comfortable she's looked or sounded in a professional wrestling ring. Am I tripping by saying that? Somebody let me. Gruss, what's cracking? What? Am I tripping? Because I can't think of anything that she's done that was that on point to where she looked like she was just being natural. It wasn't like anything forced. But anyway, she came out It was basically like she had a piece of paper in her hand and she was like, I can't think of anybody better to read this than Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce, come on out. So he came out. Adam Pearce was A1 last night. This is the best Adam Pearce I've seen as well. But Ronda was like, she was basically just throwing a bunch of sarcastic quips while he was reading it. So she was like, here, read the paper. What does it say there? What does it say again? Oh, that's what, read that last part again. You know what I mean? Just being a dick, you know what I mean? But funny at the same time, you know what I mean? And Adam Pearce is just like, motherfucker, you got suspended because you attacked officials. It wasn't for nothing. I mean, I see what they saying and everything, but I don't really care. I'm just saying I did what I was supposed to do. And he's like, it's whatever. Like they said, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? He's like, you should have been fired. He's like, I wouldn't have suspended you. I would have fired you if it was up to me. So, he was going hard on her and she was talking some more shit. And then he was like, a lot of people call you the baddest woman on the planet, but Ronda, I call you the single biggest bitch I've ever met. And then I was like, damn, is this me talking to my baby mama? And no, it wasn't. It was Adam Pearce talking to Ronda Rousey. I was like, damn, Adam, that's crazy. That's like, he went hard. And then some people, I see some people like, these fucking soy boy ass fucking wrestling people. You can't say that. You can't say that. It's 2020. I'm like, nigga, they call each other bitches they call themselves bitches, not just each other. Like, what are you talking about? Jay Cargill's whole fucking gimmick is I'm that bitch. Oh, but don't call a woman a bitch. What? That shit is fucking annoying, man. It's like, if she being a bitch, I'm gonna call her a bitch. It's a fucking word. Like, just like you call a dude an asshole. like it's nothing. You can call a woman a fucking bitch. They call themselves bitches all the time. Fucking weird ass double standards make me sick, man. I swear to God. That shit's so fucking annoying. Some of y'all wrestling YouTubers just, I'm not going to wrinkle any feathers. I'm just going to be a fucking weirdo soy boy and agree with whatever I think everybody else thinks I should say. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, let me move on. So this segment was really good. Like I said, this is the best Ronda look. This is the Ronda I want to see. She was funny. She was goofy. You know what I mean? But at the same time, she was super duper serious because when Adam Pearce said that shit, he was like, maybe I took it a little too far. That wasn't really professional. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. And she killed him. It was... She put him in the arm bar, fucked up his arm. So he's walking around with a limp noodle, and she walked off like a badass. I love this version of Ronda Rousey. I hope she continues to grow and get more and more comfortable on the microphone and in segments like that to where she's not taking herself too seriously, but she's still the baddest woman on the planet. Because we remember all the shit Stone Cold did. Remember Stone Cold smacked Vince McMahon in the nuts? Like, he just used to do goofy shit. You know what I mean? But he was still the most intimidating wrestler during his time. So it's like, you can have both. And I feel like they turning Ronda Rousey into the Stone Cold of, this era. They're going to do it with her. I think she's the best, most believable one to carry that role, honestly, man or woman. I think just because of her background and her attitude and surliness anyway. She kind of got like a Stone Cold attitude. You know what I mean? So I love this. I love the Hill GM. I always love the Hill GMs, so they need to have, except for the anonymous general manager, the laptop. I wanted to Edge. I was living through Edge when he finally destroyed that thing. It was a great moment for all of us pro wrestling fans. That was the worst GM idea ever. Maybe there were some other bad ones. Corbin was a bad one. Who was worse, Corbin or the anonymous general manager? Because they blamed the fall of Monday Night Raw on Baron Corbin. They blamed the whole company's problems all on Baron. That shit was funny. What do we have after that? We saw Sami Zayn with bouquet of roses being delivered backstage, whatever, more Sami Zayn stuff. He looks at a card that was in the bouquet, though, and it said TikTok. And it was like, okay, so Karrion Kross is sending love letters now. Bet. Then we saw Hit Row come out, and they destroyed Maximum Male Models, man. Wasn't really a showcase. I mean, Maximum Male Models did look good during the match. I mean, the two guys can wrestle. Mace's improved a lot from Dio Madden to Mace to Mace. Like, he's improved a lot in the ring. He actually looked really good in the ring, I ain't gonna lie. and Mansoir can go. You know what I mean? Mansoir can go. But they got beat up in like 2-3 minutes by Hit Row, who isn't actually as over as I thought they would be. And I think it's just because that maybe that concert that they did, that whack ass song, just didn't go. I think it's like, man, who's in the studio with the Street Profits and Hit Row? Because Montez got out there and cut that whack ass rap promo, rhyming his fucking sentences last week, and Hit Row did that whack ass concert, Smackdown the same week. I'm like, man, y'all need writers. We got a whole team of rappers over here at Wild Nation, just so you know. I am former rapper of the year, you know what I mean? It was a long time ago, but hey, man, I got bars, you know what I mean? Trav's still doing it every day, so he got bars. Physics still putting out albums, he got bars. Two-Face used to rap a long time ago, you know what I mean? But he's still got bars probably, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Talented. So if y'all need writers, Hit Row, Street Profits, let us know, man. We got y'all. But yeah, they killed Maximum Male Models, and then Angel and Umberto, Angel Garza and Umberto Carrillo came out and just, guess they were trying to cause a distraction or whatever, but it didn't really work. So after the match, they just all jumped them or whatever. That's when Street Profits came out to even up the squad and run them all off. So it was what it was. It was what it was. Hey, my man, what's going on, Premium Wrestling? Premium Wrestling. Hey, shout out to Premium Wrestling. Go sub to his new channel, man. I literally just hit him up. I was watching another tech YouTuber, Nick Menon, who's one of my favorite YouTubers when it comes to the tech space and learning about YouTube and stuff. I was just over there watching one of his live streams, and I saw a guy jump in there, Premium Wrestling. He was like, yo, I got a wrestling channel. How do I grow my channel? And, me being me, just because I do what I do, you know what I mean? It's my purpose. I just threw out some, told him how my channel was growing. Like, yo, bro, I just been posting consistently, trying to post quality shit. You know what I mean? And I subbed to his channel and all that. You know what I mean? Because it's all about showing love, man. That's what the IWC is supposed to be, man. It's supposed to be love, man. Hey, man, it's pro wrestling. All this shit fake anyway. It's grown people fighting in their underwear. Don't nobody really give a shit. You know what I mean? So we can just all be friends, man. There's no need for any hate. This is the wrong fucking space for there to be a bunch of fucking hate because we're all watching some fake shit. So we all big fucking nerds for some fake shit. So it's like, I'm always willing to show love. That's just my personality, how I've always been. So shout out to Premium Wrestling, man. Shout out to all the new YouTubers. My channel's small too, but like I told him, and as you guys can see, Gruss and Camilla, who've been here since the very beginning, the channel's grown like 200-300% in the last couple weeks just because we've been grinding. So if you want to do YouTube, the key is to be consistent. Do quality shit, as quality as you can, but consistency is definitely the key. But back to wrestling. Shout out to Premium Wrestling one more time. Gruss can't produce there. Gruss, you produce? Gruss, I didn't know you produced. Hit Row music is trash as fuck. I'm not even about to argue with you on that. I like arguing with you, Gruss, but I can't argue with you on that one. Cause it ain't that good. Cause it ain't that good, man. Let's see. So that match was what it was, man. Then we had Baron Corbin. He got interviewed, and I don't want to talk about what happened last week or the week before that or the week before that or the week before it or the week before or when I was a Raw general manager. We ain't gonna talk about none of these things that's happened in any point in my career because it was all bad. Except as soon as I shaved my head and left the lone wolf gimmick, it was over for me. No, Baron Corbin is dope. I ain't hating. But he came out, was like, I could beat anybody. I'm the best in this locker room, and I'm putting out an open challenge to anybody. And yeah, I thought it was going to be a debut of somebody we hadn't heard was coming back, or maybe Johnny Gargano. That was kind of one of the first names that popped up because he hasn't had a match yet. So I was like, oh, is Johnny going to pop up on SmackDown? This is his first match? Let's go. And he didn't. It was Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh, wait a minute. So you saw that match already? Oh, a bunch of times? Me too. Me fucking too. So, hey, man, it was what it was. Was it a great match? Absolutely not. It was a match. It just happened, and I've saw it all before, so it was nothing exciting about it. It was more about the angle because, just give Shinsuke another win. He ended up winning with the Kinshasa or whatever, so good for him. Corbin's sitting there all messed up and, sad, down on his luck. He's going back to sad Corbin. You can see the transformation happening. His hair's starting to prickle out again. The bald spot is starting to show. Shoulders starting to slump. You can see sad Corbin coming back, which was a great gimmick. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was the ketchup stain on the shirt. It was great. I can't. That was the best version of Corbin. I ain't gonna lie. But he walked to the back corridor. Later on, as somebody pulled up, it was JBL. Clearly, I don't think anyone weren't trying to make it a secret. He should have just showed his fucking face. Like, we see the horns on the truck on the fucking limousine. It's clearly JBL. Why is he? And you can hear his voice. It's clearly JBL. But he just pulled up like, yo, what happened to you? And Corbin kind of smiled and he's like, get in. And Corbin got in. So I'm super interested. Because we ain't gonna act like JBL wasn't one of the best heels on SmackDown for a good 2-3 years. The man held the SmackDown title or the World Heavyweight title at that time for a long ass time. You know what I mean? So it might have been over a year that he held the belt, but he held it for a long fucking time. So he was dominant on SmackDown, beating all the SmackDown 6, beating everybody. You know what I mean? So, JBL's a legend. You know what I mean? He's already a Hall of Famer, even though he's a dick. In some instances, he's actually very charitable. So you also got to give him credit. People are complex, man. That's the key to that statement. People are complex. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see what Corbin and JBL have in store. Is Corbin gonna have a manager? Like, does Corbin need a manager? He's already really good on the mic. I don't understand why Corbin would need a manager. But hold on 1 second. Plug up my baby monitor. All right, yeah. So, it was what it was. And then we got, after that, we saw Aaliyah and Raquel Gonzalez. They recapped their win. Who gives a shit? Then we saw the Brawling Brutes come out and make their entrance. That shit was dope because Pete Dunne got in the ring. He was the one having the match. He was going up against Ilya. Oh, what I was about to say, Ilya Dragunov. That's not what that was. It was Ludwig Kaiser. And he was going up against Pete Butch Dunne because last night, he definitely came out with the long hair, you know what I mean, with the shaved on one side, the long hair, and he had his brown NXT gear on. He looked like the old Pete Dunne, you know what I mean, doing the whole whatever. He looked like Pete Dunne to me, you know what I mean. He didn't look like Butch last night. So, he had this is a really good match. Him and Ludwig, I mean, of course, it's a good match. I mean, these two dudes are great pro wrestlers, so they had a great match, man. It was, ain't too much to talk about. I got to hurry up and get through this show so we get to this next live stream. But, he ended up winning with the bitter end. Glad to see him bring that back because I love that finishing move. It's actually on my 2K character. So, he ended up winning. But after the match, he kind of, I guess Gunther got in the ring, or Gunther got in the ring first and was like, blah, 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 blah. And Sheamus got in the ring and they was faced off and they were about to fight. They took off their jackets like they was about to do something, but then Ludwig got in. It was like, no, wait till tomorrow, which is smart, but doesn't really go with their characters. I don't see how all of a sudden is Ludwig, who's just getting smacked for losing matches and just lost another match, telling Gunther anything, or Walter, or whatever you want to call him. I didn't know Walter was his real name. That's his actual real name. I saw an interview. So that's cool. Do I remember Pete Dunne versus Walter? Of course I do. That was for the championship. That's how he got the champion. Didn't he took it from him. So yeah, of course, that shit was a classic. So yeah, man. Yeah. What happened after that? Another Roman Reigns package. We saw Sami Zayn backstage with the Usos again. This one they was, he said everything was good, everything was straight at that point. And that's when Jimmy was basically like, yo, y'all chill out. We gonna put the spotlight on Big Uso. Everything is about him tonight, so let's go out and do what we do. So yeah, and then we saw Roman Reigns pulling up. When they was out in the ring, they did the whole speech. It was funny as shit. Sami Zayn is fucking amazing because he was about to do the intro, and then Jay cut him off because Jimmy cut him off, or no, Jay cut him off because he don't like him. And then every time they was saying something, Sami was like, yeet, 100. I was like, Sammy can come to the cookout, yo. Based on his dancing ability and his ability to interject slang into his black slang into his vocabulary, Sami Zayn is welcome to the cookout. He can come hang out. He could bring his white friend Kevin Owens, but I'm pretty sure Sami Zayn is mixed. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He got the red hair. I know he's from a whole nother continent, but I'm pretty sure. No, he's not. Is he from Canada? Isn't he from Canada? He's not from a whole nother continent. What am I talking about? He's from North America. I'm pretty sure he's from fucking Canada. Yeah, he's from Canada. Him and Kevin Owens from fucking Canada. They're from North America, not another continent, another country. That's what I mean. Oh man. But so this was all super funny. Sami Zayn is fucking hilarious, no doubt about that. Then we saw they introduced him and we saw Roman Reigns pull up in the SUV. I was like, wait a minute. I looked at my watch. I was like, I ain't wearing a watch right now, but imagine me looking at my watch. I was like, it's 9:55. Party's over at 10, guys. Roman Reigns hasn't even started his entrance yet. So, we got overtime? Because this entrance is 7.5, 8 minutes minimum. So I'm like, he's not even gonna be at the ring by the time we go off air. So what the fuck is? I swear that's what exact. I was like, they doing it in they got like the last 15 minutes, but when they finally introduced him, it was 6 minutes left on the clock. I'm like, how's this about to play out? He just getting out the car. He got to walk all the way from the back through the gorilla all the way to the ring. That's about 10 minutes for real. But he didn't do any of that. And none of that happened because soon as he stepped out the fucking SUV, all you saw was a foot. That's all you saw. The camera work was great. The camera work was amazing because you could fuck this up really bad with the wrong angle and have somebody see Drew. You could see Drew come in. It's always better when the foot or the fish just comes into the shot out of nowhere. And he laid Roman the fuck out. I don't even know if it was a big boot or a Claymore. I would imagine it was probably a big boot. You know what I mean? Because you do a Claymore, you landing on cement in the corridor. So I don't know if you want to do that. But he booted him in the fucking face. So Roman was done at that point. He also, I think he rammed him into the car a couple times or something like that. But yeah, he stormed to the ring and fucked everybody up. The whole bloodline. He headbutted fucking, because, you know, obviously the Usos like, go get him. Sami like, no, I don't want to do it. He's like, all right, I'll do it. He just walked out there and just got headbutted in the face, obviously, Glasgow kiss. And then he like threw one of them into the barricade, fucked up the other one. I don't even remember how. And they were all laid out. And then he cut a promo saying, Roman Reigns, I'm going to kill you. He didn't say that, but he said something to the effect. So I'm looking forward to it. We did not see Roman Reigns after he got booted in the face. So that was the go home angle. It was what it was. It was what it was. What y'all talking about in the JBL going to save Corbin? I don't think Corbin needed saving. Honestly, I don't think Corbin needed saving, man. Corbin needs a business advisor. That might be smart because you know JBL is good with money. They might do something like that. Premium Wrestling said, I'm excited for Clash at the Castle from hard-hitting matches like Sheamus and Gunther, Big E. Yeah, facts. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of physical match. Well, it's not even compared to. I mean, you gotta think All Out is like 3 times as long, 3 times as many matches. Butch is a good name for Pete Dunne. That's blasphemy. That's blasphemy. Butch is the name of a lesbian who wears flannel shirts and Timberlands. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, of course. Ad-lib Sammy. Yeah, Sammy was on point. Do you like WrestleMania 38? You were there. Was I at WrestleMania 38? I did like WrestleMania. There hasn't been a bad WrestleMania in a while. I ain't gonna even lie. Even the pandemic era WrestleManias were pretty decent. Yeah, man, appreciate you stopping through, Premium Wrestling. Good on you, man. Thank you. Yeah, so that was the end of the show, man. That's how the blunt ratings went off. Like I said, I didn't actually write down the blunt ratings, or I didn't do a card. But if I had to rate the matches, I would give the matches like 3 1/4. You know, not 3 1/4, 3 3/4, 3.75 blunts. The first match, maybe four. It wasn't a whole lot of matches. Now I say 3.75 because Pete Dunne and Ludwig was great. The tag team match was great. So yeah, you know, it was some good wrestling, even though there wasn't a whole rack of matches on the show because you know it's a go home show. They doing a bunch of angles or whatever. So it was what it was. Stories and backstage or promos and backstage segments, I would give 4 blunts mainly because of Sammy. The Shayna and Liv stuff was whatever. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good, but Ronda killed it. You know what I mean? So I got to give them at least 4 blunts for the night on SmackDown. And the Roman and all that shit. So storytelling, I would give storytelling probably another 4 blunts. You know what I mean? Probably another 4 blunts because I love what they're doing, turning Ronda into Ronda Stone Cold Rousey. You know, I'm not sure what the Street Profits and Hit Row are doing, but actually I enjoy Maximum Male Models. Like, you know what I mean? They fruity, but not too fruity, so it doesn't, you know what I mean? It's not weird, you know what I mean? They just funny, you know what I mean? They funny. They're goofy. You want to see them get fucking punched in the face, you know what I mean, when they come out posing and shit. So, you know, I want to see Angel Garza and Humberto. I want to see them involved more, so I'm glad they're forming the tag division. You can see it happening. You already had the New Day and the Viking Raiders. You got other tag teams coming back. You had 4 tag teams in the ring at one time, so they're showing you what the potential is, and that's their area. Just like AEW needs to really focus on the women's division and make it better, WWE needs to focus on their tag division and make that mean something. So I like what they're doing with that. So I'll give them another 4 blunts for storytelling. Commentary, let's just keep it going. I'll give commentary 4 blunts. I don't even remember too much they did. It wasn't a bad night though. And the crowd was tired. You know what I mean? But they were still hot. I'm going to just do 4s across the board. How about that? Let's just do 4s across the board. Matter of fact, I'm going to retroactively go back and give matches of 4 just so we can have 4s in every single category. And I don't have to do no math because I know that the average is a 4. How about that? That's what we're doing. Sorry, that's lazy booking. But I got to go because I got to do another stream in 30 minutes. So those are the blunt ratings for today. And shout out to Chris Jericho and Triple H for being super petty. I appreciate y'all. We'll talk about that on Monday. I know other channels already covered it, the news story about those guys, but we'll talk about that on the news on Monday. I think we're going to be doing blunt ratings. We will be doing blunt ratings again later in the day for Clash at the Castle. I'm not going to wait till tomorrow, Monday, to do those. So, yeah, we'll be. I might do it. No, I'm not going to do it during the same stream. So we'll be doing 2 more streams today. So join us in about 30 minutes for Clash at the Castle. It's going to be a blast. And then after that, we'll come back probably a little later tonight, and we'll do the blunt ratings for Clash at the Castle. And that's before tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a long day, ladies and gentlemen, because we got NXT Worlds Collide, and we have AEW all out of room on the card. Please don't add any more matches. Why did they add that match last? I don't need to see the intergender tag belts defended on this. There were 75 matches. Why did they do that at the last minute? And they didn't need to. It wasn't even taped from Wednesday. It was the same. It was live. They didn't have to add another match. And why do I need to see Ruby Soho and Sammy Guevara? Why do I need to see that? I ain't even need you to add Eddie Kingston and fucking Ishii to the card. Why are you doing this to me, Tony Khan? I'm tired. I have to sleep. I have a son. I'm a single dad, man. I can't be up for 73 hours watching fucking wrestling, bro. Like, come on. And Triple H, you ain't no better because you petty. You know we got to watch this bullshit, and you going to put 2-3 more hours on the fucking day. I'm tired, man. I'm exhausted. And the weekend just started. But we here, and you already know what it is. Just in case you don't remember. Just in case you don't remember. I will be defending this over the weekend. 26 matches predicted. I got every single one of them right. I promise you, because I'm a genius. You know what I mean? But anyways, I'll see y'all in a minute, boy. It's your boy, Mr. HD. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hope you enjoyed the show. See you in a minute. Deuces.